Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready for another YouTube video from your old buddy, Dadcraft73. We're back here playing one man, one mod, trying to learn everything that we possibly can about immersive engineering. And man, are we having a good time. We are doing all kinds of stuff. Now, between episode 19 and 20, I've just been kind of doing a lot of standing around. And the reason why is because I wanted to make mass amounts of steel. And even with our cool blast furnace preheaters and all this kind of crazy stuff, steel production still takes a good while. If nothing else, because coal coke takes a good while, but we're taking care of business. We've got a bunch of blocks of coal in there. We have a couple blocks of coal coke in there. We're coming up on 300 buckets of creosote oil in there. Is it getting to be nighttime? Of course it is. And I've been making steel. Okay, been making steel. I have about 4 stacks. I also processed all my ores that I had mined up, and I went mining between the episodes and got myself tons and tons of iron. You're gonna have to do it. There's no way around it. You're gonna have to go get yourself tons of iron, and then you're gonna have to make it into steel. If you haven't already been doing that grind, I'm sure you have. If you've been following along, that's for sure. But I mean, it takes a while. It's not some easy process. So you got to go do the work, and then hopefully after today's build, if you've been following along with the series, you may have something that's going to do the work for you. So this is probably your last big mining grind for a little while. It depends. Depends on how you've got your infrastructure set up. So across the way there, so last episode we did build the diesel generator, and I ran the pipe all the way across there, and we've got a full tank now, 512 buckets of diesel fuel. Plus, we're coming up on almost 500 buckets of ethanol, and we certainly have 500 buckets of plant oil we're storing now. So we've got almost 3,000 hemp seeds because we're not processing them anymore. And then in here we've got 24 buckets, right? So we're good. So we can fire up that diesel generator. I mean, that's what it needs. It's going to need a bunch. And the thing that we're going to build today, which is the Excavator, requires essentially that diesel generator running at full blast. Yeah, boy, it's going to be a beast. That's for sure. Okay, so there's a couple things we need to build to get ourselves ready. You'll see here, by the way, that I've got the start of a little bridge. Let me show you how to make something called treated wood scaffolding. Let's take a look here. Scaffolding. This stuff right here. It's just like steel scaffolding. Steel scaffolding is the same recipe, right? We're going to make treated wood, though, just because it's cool. And we're going to make a bunch of it. I made tons of treated wood off camera. You can see I've got multiple stacks there. I had to do something with creosote oil, and I'm going to probably make some more, and we're going to make liberal use of scaffolding, that's for sure. So let's just go ahead and fill out the rest of this bridge. I don't know if we need to fill it out now, but what I was thinking we would do is just something simple. So we come down here, like under the bridge, right at the edge of the water. Oh, hello. All right, and we can just build ourselves like a little support. So it looks like the bridge is not just hanging up in midair. I mean, technically we could probably, we'll do some other stuff here in just a minute. And we can come over here and do the same thing. I mean, it's Minecraft, so the bridge can essentially just be suspended there, but that's not as cool. Just don't like this. Now, one thing about scaffolding that we probably just want to talk about quick, you'll see that the pipe is inside there. And if we go up here on the top of this guy like this, you could actually place this scaffolding right over a pipe. So you can go like this, like that if you want to. Yeah. Or if we break this pipe and put it back in, you can also kind of put it on the one in the ground like that, and then it makes it like a seal. So it doesn't, you don't have like a, you don't see, right? So you can do a couple things. So that's essentially what I've done. I've just covered the pipe, right? This is the pipe right here that's running under here. Works like a dream. The other thing you could do with scaffolding is climb it. So if we need to have like a ladder, we can just climb right up there. So you can have scaffolding all over the place. Like when we were originally building our windmills over there, we could have had scaffolding and gotten up and down from the top of it to put our water buckets in and stuff like that, instead of just building ladders. But we just built this. We built ladders then, but we could have certainly built scaffolding. Treated wood was a little few and far between at that point, though, I think. So Anyway, all right, so we can make ourselves a little bit of a bridge. I really need an axe, but the other thing you can make out of treated wood, and it's essentially like any other plank, right, or any other piece of wood. So let's grab a little bit here, and let's get 6 pieces, I think. Oops, that wasn't treated wood. That was scaffolding that I got from that trade. Let's do this. You obviously can make treated wood stairs, right, and that's what we have on the other end. Actually, let's make a couple more of these, just so we can do something cool. I don't want to take too much time. Man, it's easy for me to get distracted. We've got a big build to do today. But then we could do something like this, right? We can come underneath here and climb up, go over the other edge. If we want to come up underneath here and like put upside down stairs, just so it looks like it's... Oh, I'm trapped in here forever. All right, where's my drill? There we go. I mean, we can just make it look like it's a little something, right? So we don't have to just have it be squared. The other thing that I'm using these stairs for, just like we have on the other side, is I want to use them to get off the bridge, so we don't have to like jump around. Okay, so we can just put a stair there. Okay, now we got the makings of a little bit of a bridge. Just makes it easier to get back and forth across the river, and we don't have to worry about it. We can put railings in and all kinds of stuff. However you want to make it, you can make it. I just need something that's sort of utilitarian. Alright, so that was the first thing. Now the next thing we need to build is something called, in preparation for our excavator, is something called a core sample drill. So let's take a look at that guy real quick. It's a core sample drill. He's a little expensive, so we need 4 steel scaffolding, 3 steel fences. And remember, scaffolding is the same recipe that we did for treated wood. Steel rods, which are just 2 steel ingots over top each other. Like a stick pattern. With planks, gives you steel rods, and you make scaffolding that way. And then fences are essentially the fence recipe with steel rods and steel ingots. And then we need to build a couple light engineering blocks, which we should be able to make. Yep, and now we can make this bad boy. Alright, core sample drill. Alright, now you will notice in my inventory, let me actually put some of this inventory stuff away real quick. Let's put these... I'm going to need 2 of these. So we can maybe put these guys, the rest of these guys away. Save those. And that. And some wire. Okay. So what the core sample drill does, essentially, if you hold it in your hand, you see we've got these like yellow lines around there all over the place. Those are actually chunk borders. And you put this guy down, and it'll measure essentially the mineral content in the chunk that you're in. So you sort of want to make it so you can sort of identify where minerals are, because you're going to build this huge excavator, and it's going to mine, and it's going to extract all the minerals of that type out of these core samples that you take. So you could just put the excavator down, and if it's got like nothing in it, I think it'll just mine and do whatever you want to. By the way, core sample drill, or the excavator that we're going to build, works in like void worlds too. Void worlds works in void worlds also. So you can use it like in a Skyblock series or something like that as well. It'll mine the void for you and get resources. But you just have to make core samples so you know where you're mining in the right place. Now, what I've done up here is I've cleared out all the trees because I want to do a little bit of core sampling and see if we can't find a good area that we can set this excavator up. So instead of using this guy to define our chunk boundaries, because there's a chunk, I can't use that one really. I mean, we might be able to build it right here and sort of get right on the edge of that guy. Maybe? Yeah, we could check that. I'm going to use, instead of doing that, I'm going to hit F3 and G on my keyboard, and it's like a debug command, and it shows you the chunk borders. So I just want to make sure when we're putting this thing down, we're putting it down in the right spot. So here's how you use this bad boy. You put him down like that. He's pretty cool looking. Obviously, he's got a power plug at the bottom. And off camera, before I started recording, I made myself an HV capacitor, and it's filled with a little over 2 million RF. Let me see. Do I have a side out on him? No. Okay. I'll make the top side out. There we go. And then we're just going to put that down, and we're just going to connect these guys. Oh, of course it's too close. All right, are we going to play that game? Okay, yeah, but you turn off. And we'll do like this. You're not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. There we go. All right, now this guy's going to fill up with power, and all you do is you right-click. All right, and it's got a cool animation. You can see it's like drilling down into the earth, and it's sampling this chunk that we're in, and it's going to produce a core sample. Let's eat something really quick while that's working. It only takes like 10 seconds to do. It's done already. And then to get the core sample out, you just right-click again. All right, and now we have a core sample. If we mouse over that guy, we'll see that this core sample says in this chunk, there's really no like unique minerals, right? So that's not ideal. We don't want to build the excavator here. Let's go ahead and put this guy down. If you shift right-click, you can put that core sample down, so we'll know that we've already looked in this chunk. And then we can break this guy. And we'll just bring him across here and set him down here. Okay? And we'll put this on. And we will connect him to power. Like so. Now we're going to look in this chunk to see if we can find some cool minerals. Now, if you want to know like all the possible combinations, I was looking at it earlier. If you go to Overview and Resources, and then you go to Mineral Deposits, essentially it talks about the core sample drill, and it also tells you all of the different kinds of mineral deposits there are. For instance, there's a bauxite one, which of course gives us bauxite ore, which would be kind of handy to find. There's a coal one, which has diamond and emerald and coal ore in it. Copper, galena, which has lead and silver. Gold, which has gold, copper, nickel. Iron, an iron one would be handy. Gives me iron and nickel. Lapis, lead, magnetite, etc. It's got iron. That one would be a good one too. Nickel, pyrite, quartzite, silver, uranium, etc. Uranium wouldn't be too bad at all either. So if I take this core sample out of here, what does he say? No mineral. Okay, so we don't care about that guy either. All right, so what I need to do in the interest of time is let's do one more together. How about we do just one more? Let's go. Maybe here. Maybe we can do it here. Put that down. Put that down. Let's go get our power source. Alright, put this guy down like right here. Connect him. I know it's getting dark. Let's connect him, and then we can click on him and say, hey, sample this chunk. So we've already sampled this chunk and that one over there. It kind of looks like a pair of shoes to me. I guess it's just a core sample holder. And now this thing should almost be done. All right, let's see what he is. He says no mineral as well. So we have to keep doing core samples until we can find a chunk that's got some kind of minerals that we care about. So what I'm going to do is let me go off camera. I mean, we don't have to be up here. I mean, we're going to have to build some high voltage wires. Let's turn F3G. Let's turn that off just so we can't see. So now we can see what chunks we've been checking things out in. Hello, zombie. So we're going to have to build HV wire anyway, and we can extend it however far we want to. So if we need to go over there or wherever, we can take care of that. So, but we definitely want to have our generator up here. This guy's going to be a problem, isn't he? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do some more core samples. I might even go over here and do some core sampling. That's kind of like a flat area. That might be kind of cool. Let me get some of that done, and I'll bring you back whenever we find a chunk that we want to mine in. And then we're going to start putting together all the stuff we need for this excavator. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Now, I did some serious core sampling all around this joint. So let me just show you, just so you know. We did a core sample there, back there, essentially all of these chunks. We found in one of these guys, is it this one? A galena vein. And if we look at our guidebook here, real quick, what is that one? That's lead and silver. Nah, we don't really need it. This one is no mineral. Most of these are no mineral. I also found somewhere, I want to say, down here maybe, was a nickel vein. Nickel is mostly nickel with just a little bit of iron. So those are not ideal, but I also did all the sort of the bunch of chunks out here where our little makeshift tree farm. I made some more scaffolding just so I could go back and forth across this guy. We need to get that beefed up a little bit. It's super sketchy. But I ran core samples all the way along over there. They're all over there. Every chunk. I don't know, maybe 10 or 12. And then I got to right here. And this guy is an iron vein. And this is where, exactly where, we're going to set up our excavator. So if we take a look here at our deal, let's see, this way. 67% iron is what we're going to pull out of this thing. So we should start be getting tons of iron, and we won't have to worry about it anymore. And then if we ever need to move it, we'll just have to find a different location that we can do that. Okay, so I have a little bit of work to do off camera. Hello, villager. How are you doing up here, crazy guy? But before I go off camera, we got to get wires, right? So with this diesel generator, which produces 4,096 RF per tick, when it's running on diesel power, we need to have wires that will carry that much voltage. So of course our high voltage wires is what we're going to need to build. Let me see, in here maybe? Yeah, okay. Alright, I need to get some more steel. So the downside of high voltage wires, man, for some reason I'm having trouble saying that. The downside of high voltage wires is they do require aluminum, which is somewhat in short supply for us, and they require steel. Okay, but no worries. To make high voltage wire, we just go over here and we put a little bit of steel and a little bit of aluminum in our wire press, and we're going to get some of that stuff. The other thing that we need to do is we need to grab some more steel. I think that much will work. Okay. Let me see. Let me make sure. HV wire. We need to make some relays and some connectors and some relays. It's aluminum. Oh man, I knew that's the least thing that I wanted it to be, aluminum. But it is what it is. Where's our aluminum? So we're gonna need. We can put our steel back, and we'll come in here and we'll get, I think, 5 pieces of aluminum are going to do the deal. I don't know how many we're going to need. We're going to need tons of wires, so we're probably going to burn a lot of our aluminum resources to be able to get that. So to make HV connectors, same recipe as all the other ones. 3 aluminum ingots, some terracotta, bang, we get 4 of those. To make relays, we need some of that insulating glass. Remember, that's iron grit. And of course, I don't have any iron grit. I don't have any of that glass either, do I? I do have some cactus green. Nope. That's okay. We're about to be getting all the iron that we need. Ever. Okay, let's go here and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. We run this stuff. If you don't know, if you need something like that, just recrush it. Not a big deal. Just run it back through the crusher and it'll grind up and you'll get the grits back out if you want to. This makes 2. Okay, good. Alright, so let's get our 4 pieces of iron grit. Got it. Okay. And what else do we need for this guy? Just glass, right? Yeah. Okay. We should have all that. Let's eat something quick. The good thing is I think I only need 4 of these wire connectors. I'm pretty sure. But we'll see. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now we should be able to make some of this glass. Yep, and then we should be able to make some of these. We're missing a piece of aluminum. So obviously these high voltage relays and connectors and stuff like that are going to be more expensive because, I mean, we're dealing with high voltage wire. We're not dealing with like little weak stuff. We're dealing with the high power now. Okay, let's take in here. Let's get these and these. Okay. Alright, and then we can go in here, and we can make our connectors now. Alright, there's our relays. And then we can make HV wire, right? So it's steel, it's aluminum, and a stick. I don't think we have any sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we should be able to make some of this stuff. And we're going to be able to 16, and that might be enough. Now, you'll notice there's no, like, insulated... there's no insulated component of this. Okay, so you don't have to worry about making insulated high voltage wire. Now, what I need to do, and I'm going to go off camera to do this because, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to run power all the way from our diesel generator. We're not going to hook anything up yet. I'm just going to get the power lines in. We're going to run power from these 3 guys right here. So for instance, if we go up here, well, I'm not going to even put them on. These are going to be 3 wire connectors. We're going to go up to a balloon and we're going to go straight across all the way over to this guy over here. somewhere over there, like a balloon up in the sky. Something like that. So we're going to bring it across. So I might have enough wire to get power over there. We'll see in just a second. So let me get that done, and I'm going to bring you back, and man, we're going to build this excavator. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. I think we're ready to start building all the pieces parts for this crazy thing. Now, some of these we have made before. So we need some steel scaffolding. Do we have some? We have 4, so we're going to have to make some more. So we got to go like this, and we're going to make our steel scaffolding. I got 2.5 stacks of steel, and I made 35 steel plates. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so if we look at this and the wheel, does it show the whole thing? This does. Okay, 26 steel scaffolding total. So let's make some more. Make a bunch of steel rods. All right, we'll go, let's go like this. Click them in that way. That's enough. Okay. We'll save any of these extra stuff that we possibly can. Okay. Now we need 15 sheet metal, steel sheet metal. And sheet metal is the same as it is with iron. That's 8. That's going to be 16, right? 16. Okay. Got those. All right. Now we need 9 blocks of steel. So this is going to be 7. Oh my goodness, it's so expensive. Oh boy. All right, so there's 7 blocks of steel, and then we need 1, 2, 3. Okay, those are 9 blocks of steel. Okay. 1 redstone engineering block. Do we have one of those laying around? We should. Yes. Okay, perfect. Oops. All right. We need 9 light engineering blocks, and for that we're going to need copper. Let's go grab some. And we're going to need some of those iron mechanical components. So we might as well grab... Do I have iron with me? Yeah, okay. So let's grab a stack of copper out of here. Might as well. And then let's go over here. See if we can do the jumping game. Yeah. And we can put... let's just put half of a stack of iron into our plate deal. And we'll start cranking those out. And then let's just let those run for a second, and we'll go build whatever. I think we have enough for 2 light engineering blocks currently. So do we have some around here? Is that balloons in there? Can these go in there? I don't know why they don't stack. Something's up with those, but no matter. Doesn't matter. There we go. Some iron mechanical components. So we need to make light engineering blocks, and these guys we should be able to make. So there's 2. All right, let's go grab some of our deals here. How many of these things do we need? 9. Okay. So let's grab some of our iron plates. That's probably enough to do what we need to. And let's go downstairs into our workbench. Remember, we're going to try to save materials where we possibly can. So the workbench is the key. This guy can go here. And we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 6 pieces of copper. We can get 6 of those bad boys. Is that going to be enough? No. Well, we'll make these quick. All right, let's make these, and that's going to be 8. So we need 2 more of those iron mechanical components. Man, I'm so scared this episode's going to be long. I think it is, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it, because this is the big build, right? This is the build that, personally, I have been waiting for. This is my, this makes me happy, making the excavator. All right. And then we could go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and 1, 2, and we can get 2 more of those guys, and now we can go make our last light engineering block. Okay, all right, we got those. Now let's see what else we need. We need 5 heavy and 3 radiator. Okay. So by chance, do we have any of those radiator blocks laying around? I don't think so. We have 1. So we need to make 2 radiators. Right? Is that the deal? Radiator block. Let's take a look at radiator. These guys. So that's a bucket of water. That's not going to be an... Ah, maybe. Maybe. All right, so it's steel and copper. So we put this guy in the middle, and then we go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do steel around the outside. That. Bang. Okay. So there should be our radiator blocks. Yes. All right. And then the last thing are heavies. And we'll go off camera and build these. Let's just take a look and see how we build heavy engineering blocks. I think they just require some steel mechanical components, some pistons, and some electrum. Okay. And how many of these do we need? We need 5. Okay. So let me go off camera and build the last piece of this, which are going to be the heavy engineering blocks. And then we'll come back and we'll see if we can't build this thing. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Let's build this thing. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, it's going to be so cool. I can hardly stand it. Okay, so first of all, we got to start off with a steel block. Good old-fashioned steel block. So it's kind of cool. It's a little bit off the ground. Let me just look at my chunk borders, though. Okay, we could go all the way over there. Okay, so not a problem. Oh, no, get out of here. F3G. Okay. All right, so if I go right here, I guess... Here. Okay, there's that. All right, first block. And then, second one is going to be 3 steel scaffolding right on top of this guy, like this. 1, 2, and then 1 on either side. We're building the wheel right now. So this goes there, and this goes there. Let me make sure where our chunk border is. 2 blocks. 3. Okay, that should be good. That should be fine. Okay, turn that back off. All right, so there's level 2. Now, level 3 is a little more complicated. So out here on the front side, do we have some blocks? Let's get a little bit of dirt, shall we? Oh no. Okay. All right, let's get up here a little bit, and we'll start like standing up here. Okay, out here on the nose of this thing is steel scaffolding like that. All right, and then we got to do 9 steel scaffolding like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we have to do another piece of steel scaffolding here. And then some sheet metal. Okay. And then another sheet metal and a light engineering block. Okay. And then we've got to do sheet metal here. And then... Oh. A light engineering block there. And then I think it's sheet metal, and then radiator. So this is going to be how big this thing is. So massive. Oh, I love it. It makes me happy. Okay, that look right? Yep. Okay, next level. All right, so out here on the front, so up here, okay, so this is going to be one of these, and then we're going to have a block of steel out front there, like that. Okay, that's the front. And then we're going to have 3 lights like this. I think, man, I know we're going to keep going back to this thing. Okay. All right, so we need sheet metal here, and then 1, 2, 3, and then over here, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then a block of steel there. And then 2 more scaffolding and another block of steel. Okay, so like this and like this, and then a block of steel here. Okay, now what do we build around it? Sheet metal, redstone. Okay, sheet metal, redstone. And then heavy, okay, heavy sheet metal, light, I think. Heavy sheet metal, light sheet metal, okay? All right. All right. Now, let's go the next level. All right. So, out here, this is just sheet. This is this stuff, right? I don't know how many of those there were. We're almost done. That was that row. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that looks like a gap. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's... Wait a minute. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5. 5. And then this is a gap. Okay. And then it's 3 lights here. 1, 2, 3. 2 radiators and a heavy. Okay, so it's this, and then a heavy engineering block right there. Nope, down. Okay, and then sheet metal, light. Okay, so we do this, light, and then I want to say it's sheet metal the rest of the way out, but let's just make sure. Yep. Sheet metal all the way along here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, boy. All right. And now we're just building the top of this thing. So right here is a steel block, and then we do 1, 2, 3, and then a steel block out there. Okay. And is it simple as just putting this last steel block right here in the middle? Okay. I think we have it built. I don't know if we do or not. Let's get our engineering hammer and start clicking on stuff. Let's see. I don't know where to click. Well, let's look at the manual. The manual will tell us. Okay. As the excavator digs up ore, features redstone. Okay, it doesn't really tell me where we click it. Unless I have it built wrong. I'm stuck in the water. Get out of the water. Dang it. Okay. Okay. So I need to figure out where I click this thing to form it. I wonder if you have to form it in pieces. Anyway, let me see if I can figure out. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. So I got the wheel formed. To do that, I actually had to break the sort of the outside of this second multi-block. So remember, the excavator is actually 2 multi-blocks that are put together. One is the wheel, and one is like the, I guess the control mechanism or the housing or whatever you want to call it. So to form the wheel, I had to break this block right here, this guy right there in the middle, and then right-click on, there's a steel block that's in the center of the wheel that comprises, like, you know, the center of the big wheel. Click on that, and this guy formed. Look, it's like buckets. Come on, man. You gotta love it. And now, to form the rest of this guy, all you have to do is click on that. Oh, daddy. Look at that thing. Are you kidding me? Oh. That thing is so cool. Oh my goodness gracious. I love it. I love it. Man, that's amazing. The excavator done. Okay, now we just hook it up to power, right? So we got to put a guy here, here, and here. Okay. And we got to get some of our HV wire, and we're going to run a piece of wire from here to there, and from here to there, and from here to there. Okay? Yeah. All right. I also brought with me a wooden storage crate, and I'm just going to put this for now, just right here. That's where the items get put in the back end of this thing. Oh my goodness. Look at this thing. Oh, I can't even stand it. Oh, okay. Now let's get this thing fired up and see if we can start excavating this iron vein that we've got. Now, just as a heads up, I did the math. Well, no, come on, that's a huge lie. I didn't do the math. I went online to the wiki. It's 179 pieces of steel. That means it's just a little shy. That means it's like 2 stacks and like 51 blocks or something like that. So just a hair shy of 3 stacks of steel. So that's all you need to build it, plus the other pieces parts, but that's not too bad for sure. Okay. Let's find our dirt blocks so we can kind of pillar up here. Let's get right in the center. Let's do it right here. Okay. And then we have to connect these guys here. Now, as soon as we connect these, this thing should start working over there. Okay, I have a feeling that this isn't going to work. Let's go this way. Let's break a couple of these blocks out of the way. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Man, I'm all excited. All right. Let's go from this guy to this generator should also fire up. Yeah, you can hear it running. You can see it running from there and then there. We're going to pull power out of all 3 of these electrodes. And that means that excavator should be running now. So we've got plenty of power, plenty of juice. Everything should be happy. Now let's go over here and take a look at this thing. Is it spinning? Oh, I can see it spinning. Can you see it? Oh, come on, man. You gotta love it. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, it is raking in the resources. Oh, was that already? That already had stuff in it. Okay, that's not what was going. Oh my goodness, I got all excited there for no reason. This thing already had all this junk in it. Dang it, I thought this thing... Okay, but it got a couple pieces of grass blocks, which it got right there, I guess. Okay, and it's slowly but surely raking in the ore. So we're getting iron and nickel, which is exactly what we should expect from an iron vein. Yeah. Oh, no more mining for me. No more mining. That's amazing. That's awesome. Look at that. It's coming in. They're coming in. Nickel. And so it essentially... Oh, hey. Oh, please don't get over there near those wires. Those are unshielded and they hurt. Man, that hurt bad. That's not good. Look at it. It's got... You can see it in there. Look. Oh, Immersive Engineering, why are you so cool? I mean, why is that even possible that you can be as cool as you are? I want to go around the front. Can we see it, like, raking in the ores from the front side? We sure can. Look, it gets a piece of iron. That's, I guess, nickel. That's nickel. That's iron. Oh, look at that. It's so cool. Oh, I love it. Man, there we go. There's our excavator working like a boss. We got our diesel generator fired up. It's taking care of business, and we're raking in the iron, which is handy because we're going to need more steel, more everything in the coming days. We have a couple more Big Daddy machines, and man, we're going to have to start raking in the steel again because we have one more power generation machine to make, and we've got a couple little other odds and ends, and we're going to take care of that in the coming episodes. But until then, please remember to be cool. Don't be a fool. And from my one man, one mod, Immersive Engineering Let's Play Spotlight, man, we are excavating ores like a boss. I love it. I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.